I see. I'm looking. I see it all over the internet, everywhere. Weather alert, high risk for, I guess, tomorrow. What's the details? When's it start? How dangerous could the situation get?
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a pretty significant weather day here across the Arklatex as we're going to watch a warm front start to lift northward early tomorrow morning. We could see a few storms along that warm front to start off the day, mainly along and north of Interstate 20 toward the Arkansas border as the instability starts to lift northward and a lot of Gulf moisture starts to come in. The sun will come out for a couple of hours tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to help to destabilize the atmosphere, and strong thunderstorms should start to fire across the area sometime between noon and 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and those storms could contain some damaging winds, hail, and then we'll start to begin to see the threat of tornadoes really start to pick up through the afternoon tomorrow. There could be several long-track tornadoes across the Arklatex tomorrow, working on up into sections of southeastern Arkansas. They'll be moving off pretty quickly, 70 to 80 miles per hour in some of these thunderstorms that will fire up. And then we'll see a squall line try to approach us from North Texas tomorrow afternoon. That's going to help to sweep all the severe weather out of the way into Mississippi tomorrow night. Looks like we're going to be timing the storms out between noon and 9 p.m. tomorrow, the window for the worst of the severe weather that will impact the Arklatex.
So you mentioned, what line tornadoes?
Long line. What'd you say?
Yeah, what is that?
Significant long-track tornadoes.
What is that?
These will be tornadoes that will be on the ground for a long period of time. They could go 100, 200, maybe 300 miles on the ground.
Wait a minute. Wait. We don't want that.
Wait, 300 miles on the ground?
These could be tornadoes that could be produce long-track storms. We've seen this in past severe weather events where a tornado could be on the ground up to 300 miles.
What keeps them on the ground? Why are they here so long?
They just have plenty of fuel to feed on as they continue to tap that warm, moist air. And these storms are going to be moving at a pretty good clip. They'll be moving anywhere between 50 and 70 miles per hour, especially in the individual supercells that will form ahead of the main squall line that'll come through tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening.
Richard, wait, Richard. I've seen your maps. The Shreveport-Bossier metro area is the hub of the bright red on your maps.
Yes.
This is really bad.
This is going to be a big event. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw several large tornadoes across northern Louisiana tomorrow. It looks like we're going to get everything out of the way early tomorrow evening, but this is going to be prime time severe weather for us. It couldn't come in at the worst possible time tomorrow because we're going to have all the ingredients there needed for significant severe weather to be with us for several hours tomorrow.
Richard, I'm not a kid. You're not a kid. It sounds like you're describing a situation, a potential situation, like we haven't seen in this area for maybe a decade or more.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with later outlooks that come out from the Storm Prediction Center if we don't see this area go into a high risk tomorrow, especially for areas along and north of Interstate 20, maybe as far north as Interstate 30, but that's going to definitely put Shreveport, Ruston, and Monroe, and most of northwest Louisiana under the gun for significant severe weather through 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And I think once we get the squall line through, things will be improving for Palm Sunday. The sunshine will make a return. But tomorrow is definitely going to be a day you're going to have to keep an eye to the sky and keep an eye on the potential for severe weather throughout much of the day tomorrow.
Just to sum up, the bad stuff, the really bad stuff will start about what time?
Noon, he said.
And if we make it to when should we be okay?
Yeah, we should start to see the individual cells start to fire up as early as noon, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock. By 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, the squall line comes through, brings an end to the severe weather, and conditions will improve as we move into the later evening hours. But we've got about a 6 to 9 hour time frame where we're going to be dealing with several bands of strong to severe storms that are going to work through, and all modes of severe weather will be possible. Tornadoes, large hail to golf ball size, damaging winds over 60 miles per hour possible tomorrow.